Welcome to Design Bundle's very first live. We are so excited to be able to hang out with you guys, craft live, and answer some questions. So what we're going to do today is we are going to make a Thanksgiving t-shirt. It's right around the corner. So I thought this would be a super fun project for today. And we are going to be using our Cricut Explorer 3 as well as our Cricut Easy Press. Now, feel free to follow along with your silhouette as well as your Cricut Explorers or Maker models. Now, you guys let us know, where are you guys from? We want to know where you guys are from. What are you guys crafting today? And are you guys going to be crafting along with us? Now, keep in mind, at the end of this stream, we are going to do a Q&A. So if you guys have any questions while you're following along, definitely pop those down below and we are going to try to get to your questions. So let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, so I've already got this pulled up. We're going to be using our iPad as well. So I thought I would do that today. And I'm going to be using this design right here. So this is from Design Bundles. And we're going to be using some designs from the Plus membership. So if you guys are a Plus member, you guys are going to love this. And ignore my lighting. I think it's trying to yellow just a little bit, but I think we're going to be okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut this design out right here. So I'm going to show you guys how we're going to do it from start to finish. How do we download this SVG? How do we bring it into our Cricut? And how do we cut it out? So I wanted to start with something that was super beginner friendly for all of you guys. So let's go ahead and download it. So what you're going to do is you're going to see there is a download now. So we're going to go ahead and click on that. And then you're going to see download now again. We're going to click it again. And then I'm going to go ahead and sign in here really quick. It's signed me out. We're going to sign in. So I see you guys are joining us from all over. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We've got Kentucky, I can see here, wine country, New York. I'm going to go ahead and try to keep signing in here really quick. Give me 1 second. And really quick. There we go. Not now. Download. Okay. So once you hit that download button, it's going to pop up at the top. So if you guys are using your iPad, it's going to pop up here and then you guys can click on it and it's going to be a zip. So let me go back and remember. If you guys can't remember the name of the file, you guys can come back up here and it's just here for the pie. So we can go to our files. So you guys have a file folder on your iPad. If I can find it, give me 2 seconds to see. I think I can do it. Let's see. Click it again. And let's find it. Just here for the pie. So you guys are going to see a zip folder. So until you guys unzip it, it's not going to look like this. You guys just got to simply tap it and now it's opened, right? So it's unzipped it. We're going to click on that file folder there and then you're going to have options. You have PNGs, SVGs. So the one that we want is the SVG, but we've already opened this. So now that we've unzipped it, we can go over to Cricut Design Space. One thing that I want to show you guys for today's live is I'm super excited because Cricut has actually updated their Cricut Design Space. So I thought this would be really cool to show you guys. So I'm going to bring this up just a little bit. Look at the bottom has changed here a little bit. So if you guys have not updated your Cricut Design Space, definitely check it out. I'm going to click on upload and we are going to browse files. And then I'm going to go find this folder here. So we are just here for the pie. And then I want this cut file right here. So we're going to click on it and then it's going to pop in just like so. Super easy, easy peasy. We're going to hit next and then we're going to hit next again. And then you have the option to cut or print and cut. I want a cut file and then we can name it. So I'm going to go ahead and put in just here for the pie. Once again, if you guys are just joining, we are live, our very first live here on Design Bundles, and we are so excited that you guys are joining us. I see there is lots of you guys from all over, and we are so stoked to have you guys here. So definitely leave your comments down below. If you guys have questions, we're going to do a Q&A at the end. And if you guys are just joining, we are making a Thanksgiving t-shirt using our Cricut. So we're going to do just here for the pie. All right. And then we're going to hit save. So now it's going to be inside of our designs here. So now I'm going to click on it and then we're going to hit insert. So you guys can see that it's clicked it. We're going to hit insert. From here, we want to resize. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch my screen. This is not resizing. This is just bringing my screen down to where I can see. So one of the first things that I want to do is I want to go in and see my layers. So I've clicked on the layer tab right here. And as you guys can see on the right-hand side, there's not a ton of layers. Everything is already attached, and that's what I want. Since this is all one solid color, I don't want a bunch of little pieces to cut separate. So I don't have to worry about that. So now I'm just ready to size it down. So let's go ahead and find out the size of our t-shirt. Once again, hello, hello, hello to all of you guys joining us live. This is our very first live, and we are so excited to be crafting with you guys. So if you guys are just joining us, we are making a Thanksgiving t-shirt. We're going to bring in our t-shirt here, and let's bring in the size really quick. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab our t-shirt. Happy Monday to you as well. Hello from Massachusetts, Memphis. I see you guys are from all over. All right, so that's always just here for the pie. That's right. So me too. All right, to find your size, one of the rulers that I absolutely love are these little sewing ones right here. You guys see me use them all the time. They're perfect. So what we want to do today, I'm using an extra small t-shirt, and I want to figure out, our real estate here to figure out about how big I want this to be. So I'm going to kind of bring it in so you guys can see. All right, so what I'm going to do is kind of figure out with an extra small, it looks like maybe I want to do about 8 inches wide, and then I could do up to obviously about 10 or 11 inches. So let's go ahead and stick with around 8 inches wide. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we are going to bring this back down in here. And so what you need to do to resize this, once again, if you guys are just joining and you guys have not updated your Cricut design space for your iPad, you guys are going to notice our buttons, hopefully it stays on. Our buttons have changed. I know my lighting's a little bright, so I apologize for that, but our buttons have changed down here. So if you guys don't get confused, there's an update, so yours will look the same too, okay? This literally happened like 2 days ago. So what we want to do is we want to hit edit, and this is where we're going to be able to change our size. So I'm going to go to my width here, and I'm going to change it to 8 inches, and then I went to 88, sorry, 8 inches. And that's going to give me 8.23 high. I'm perfectly happy with that. If you grab your screen like this, I'm not resizing my design. I'm just bringing it so I can see. All right, so this is going to give me about an 8.8. So to check it just one more time to say, let's just double check and say, where all is this going to go? Do I want to make it just a smidge bigger? I'm going to look at it and say, you know what? I think it looks great. Let's go ahead and get ready to cut it out. All right, so we are going to hit make it. And then what I'm going to choose, you can choose if you guys have the new Cricut Explorer 3 or the new Maker 3, you guys can actually use Smart Iron On so you guys don't have to cut it with the mat. If you guys are using a mat, definitely feel free to choose on the mat, and you guys can use all of your iron on that you want to, whether it's glitter, Caesar, Easy Wheat, all of those things. But if you guys want to use that smart material, what you're going to do is choose without the mat. Once again, this is for the Explorer 3 and the Maker models. And now what it's going to tell us is we need 13 inches, which these are already 13 inches wide. And then we need at least 10.25 inches long. But what I've already done here is I've already cut a piece down for you guys. So it's going to be pretty quick and easy for us. If you guys decide later, hey, I want to change my mind, I want to put it back on the mat, you can still do that within here by clicking here, and you can choose on the mat. So feel free to do that. Now, when you guys are working with HTV, if you guys are new to, using your Cricuts and silhouettes and things like that, always make sure when you're working with HTV that you hit the mirror buttons. We're going to do that. So we've got everything reversed. Everything is mirrored. We're going to hit next. And then we should see our accessories start to pop up here in just a second. So if it does not, what you can do is simply slide out, hit your gear, come to your Bluetooth here. And what I'm looking for is my Cricut Explorer 3. And I'm just going to make sure that it is connected. And I think it's connected now. So let's go back in, simply open it back up, hit next, and then hopefully this is going to attach. If it does not, no worries. I will get this set up right here on my computer and we will cut it out. I think I got it turned on. I'm going to turn my machine off and back on. So for you guys that are just joining us, this is our very first live here at Design Bundles, and we are so excited to have you guys here. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and we are making a Thanksgiving t-shirt. I'm going to go back over here and double check and reconnect this one more time. And we are going to swoop back out, come back in here, hit next. And let's see, I'm going to double check. And just bear with me for just a second, guys. I'm actually going to, normally you guys would be able to select your machine and cut it from here, but I'm actually going to open up Cricut on my computer. You guys can't see this, so we can still cut it out. But that's all you guys are doing here from here is sending it over to your software, to your machine, if you will. So don't worry at all. So you're still following the same steps. You would have just hit send and it would have went in there. So you guys are still going to see everything. Hi, Mr. Crafty Pants. What is your favorite pie? Pumpkin pie is my absolute favorite. What is your favorite pie, Mr. Crafty Pants? Thank you so much for joining us. I'm so excited to have you. All right, you guys bear with me just a minute because I am signing into Cricut Design Space. I know you guys can't see this side, and I apologize that. Let's see, 1 second here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you guys all for being here. And let's see here. I'm just signing in. Let's see. And I almost today, because I had a feeling this is what happens when you go live, and that's okay. I almost cut this out ahead of time, but that's okay. At least you guys are still going to see me cut it out. See one more time. All right, so we are logging in now, and I'm going to done. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to try this one more time. It's not going to do it. We are going to go backwards. I'm going to hit make it again just to see without the mat, just to check it. Hit make it. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save this. So that way when I open it in Cricut Design Space over here, I'm going to put pie. Save to the cloud. There we go. So hopefully I can actually open this project right here inside of Cricut Design Space on my computer. Yes. Sweet. All right, I'm going to hit make it. And that way you guys can still see me cut this out. So we are going to hit without the mats. We're going to hit done. We're going to hit mirror. All right, cool. So I'm going to hit continue. And now it's getting ready for me to load it. So here we go. I'm going to switch you guys. I'm going to let that finish loading over here just to make sure. To connect my machine. Next. Okay, I'm actually going to, while I'm waiting for that too, you guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and sign back in really quick just to see if we could possibly do it straight from here as well. Let's go here. Let's go to my projects. They've switched it up on me just a little bit. So, new project. So different. 1 second. Okay, there we go. My project's in the cloud. We're going to hit pie. We're going to hit make it. I'm going to, without the mat, mirror it. And then I'm going to hit next. I'm just going to try it one more time here, and it's definitely not picking it up. Let's see. We're going to choose this one here. I think it's finally starting to pop up. Let me double check one more thing. Thank you guys so much. Bear with me for just a second while I get my Cricut to connect. Let's see, Bluetooth. We are going to connect it right here. And I don't have, let me try to turn it off. Hold on. One more time. Bear with us for just a second. Sweet potato pie is your favorite, Karen. It is. I love sweet potato pie as well. So, so good. Okay, sweet. It just now connected through the computer. There we go. Sweet. Okay, we're moving on. Smart iron on. I'm choosing smart iron on from my computer. I know you guys can't see it like I said, but we're going to get ready to cut it out. All right, so I think everything's ready to go. It's flashing for us. I'm going to switch you guys over here so you guys can actually see. So what I have here is, I'm going to do this so I can see you guys. So I've got my material. So you guys see that shiny side, and then you guys see the matte side. We need to load it just like normal with a mat. And what we're going to do is we're going to load it. Hopefully you guys can still hear me over here. I'm going to load it underneath the 2 white feet. And then we're going to hit that load button. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and let it do its thing. So right now it's going to go ahead and take this all the way in. It's going to make sure that we have enough material and all of those things. Once it's for sure, it thinks we're good, I'm going to go ahead and hit the play button. At this point, it's just going to start cutting everything out. So while that is cutting out, it's preparing, it's doing its thing. You guys let me know. Do we have any questions right now from you guys? Definitely pecan. I'm seeing all the pies here. How do you know your HTV vinyl has a good attachment on the fabric? That is a very good question. What you want to look for is you're going to be able to see the fabric. I'm going to show you guys that today, so make sure you stay tuned at the end, and I'll definitely point that out. You can actually see the fabric coming through a little bit. You can see the texture of the fabric coming through, and that's when you know you really have a good bonding. Do we have any other questions today? Let's see. I have a new scan and cut. Can you use your bundles and more time? Yes, you can. You can definitely use your scan and cut. You can use I do believe you can use the SVG files with that as well. So you can definitely do that. We've got Arlington, Texas here. Thank you so much. I love this Cricut. Do we have any other questions? Let's see. Crystal, let's see. How do I become a member of Design Bundles? That is a very good question. So if you guys actually come to, I'm going to drop you guys down for just a second. So we'll come back over here. So if you guys actually come into Design Bundles, right up here at the very top, you guys will see the Plus membership. So from here, I am a Plus member, but from here, you would have the options to sign up. There's several different tiers. You guys would actually see the option to sign up. So once you come to designbundles.net, we'll have a link down below for you guys. So, all right, that is done cutting. Let's go ahead and unload it really quick. We're just going to, I'm going to hold this with one hand, and I'm going to hit that unload button just like so. And we are going to switch the camera back over here. All right, so here's our file. Now, I cut out a bigger than I needed to piece of material before I got started because I wanted to make sure I had enough to go inside the machine, and I didn't want to have to calculate there. So thank you guys so much for bearing with me because the iPad issue. I'll definitely have that kink worked out before we dive in next time. So hello from Fort Jackson, South Carolina. You are so welcome. Thank you for joining. If you guys are just now joining, this is our very first live. We are so excited. I make a sweet potato cheesecake that is a combination of sweet potato pie, cheesecake, and also have done it pumpkin cheesecake. Oh my goodness, I definitely got to try that. Oh my goodness, it sounds good. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start weeding here. Now, one thing to note is with the Smart materials, Smart Iron-On, this backing is a little bit thicker, and no worries. You're still going to get that same, press. Now, while I'm weeding this out, I actually wanted to point out with you guys, I'm using my 9x9 today, so I'll have to press it in 2 motions. But let's go ahead and turn it on. You want it on 315 for 30 seconds. So I've got that 315, 30 seconds. We're going to let it heat up. And in the meantime, I'll keep weeding. That does sound amazing. Thank you so much. You guys definitely check it out. If you guys are not a Plus member, definitely check it out. Those Plus credits, they add up every month. They're not going nowhere. You guys can save them. We have tons of stuff. I feel like the Plus credit stuff is just completely free goodies every single month. So good. They add stuff every single day. So you guys definitely check it out. All right, so let's go ahead and just weed through here. And we are almost done with this weeding. This is a super beginner friendly project. So with these lives, we're super excited to bring them for you guys. If there's something that you guys want to see, y'all definitely let us know in the comments down below, and we will try to bring those projects for you. What we're going to try to do is tell you guys ahead of a time what project we're working on, the materials you're going to need, so you guys can craft along with me. Grab all of your things. You'll have your files downloaded. You'll have all your materials, and you'll be able to craft live right along with me. So I'm super excited about it. And if you guys want to see more of these lives, let us know down below as well. Are you guys ready for Thanksgiving? I want to know, is everybody ready? Is everybody ready for the holiday shopping? What are some traditions that maybe you guys like to do? Let's see. While I'm finishing this, we could probably answer 1 or 2 questions. And I'll keep on weeding. Let's see. Lots of fun designs on for sure. And definitely, like I said, those Plus credits, you guys can't beat it. But even if you guys aren't a Plus member, we have tons of good files. I have the Explorer 2, and you can definitely, I love the Explorer 2, one of my favorites. Definitely, you guys can craft along. Craft party. I love it. Okay, let's see here. I'm trying to remember which piece that I need to keep. I believe we're going to take this one out. If you guys are ever trying to, yes, more videos. Yay! I'm glad that you guys are loving this. Okay, so if you guys are ever trying to remember which pieces to keep and which pieces to get rid of, just bring back open your file and just refer to it. I do it all the time. All right, so I believe we're going to take out this one right here. I love this design, super cute. And I think I almost could have brought this a little bit bigger. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and weed out my last two pieces. And as you guys have probably heard that little beep over here, our Cricut Easy Press is ready to go. More lives, please. Yay! And let me tell you guys, we're going to have Cricut. We're going to have Silhouette. Whatever you guys want to see, let us know and we will make it happen. So you guys want to see T-shirts, you guys want to see sublimation, whatever it is, you guys let us know down in those comments and we are definitely going to do it. I love the Plus membership. Thank you so much, Teresa. All right, you guys see how cute this file is? I think this is adorable. So if you guys need a Thanksgiving last minute T-shirt, this is for you, even if you're not last minute. All right, so let's get all this stuff out of the way and get ready to press. I'm going to go ahead and just scoot all of this out of my way. Now, what we're going to use is I'm using, if you guys are going to invest into one Cricut pad, I highly recommend that you guys check out their 14 by 14. It's the ones that have the design. I don't know if they have a solid one of these, but that 14 by 14 is absolutely perfect for your T-shirts. I really think for any of your projects, you have the really big one, you guys have the small ones, but I truly do believe that 14 by 14 is absolutely perfect. Okay, so we're going to bring in our T-shirt. I'm going to make sure this does not fall asleep. You must have the best eyesight ever. I'm so blind when it comes to weeding. If you guys can't see, I definitely recommend getting yourself a like a weeding light. You know how Cricut has the bright pad? You can definitely get cheaper versions for like $20 off of Amazon. Definitely check those out. They truly do help. All right, so first thing you want to do is you want to lint roll your T-shirt to remove any sort of lint or debris. We would love to see sublimation, crafty moment. We definitely will do that. All right, so you're going to smooth this out with our Cricut Easy Press. You want to do this for around 5 seconds or so. What we're doing is we're making everything nice and flat and smooth and pulling out that moisture. This T-shirt is 100% cotton, but when it comes to, your HTV, you guys can use all sorts of different materials. So now we are ready to place this down on our T-shirt here, and I am going to find my center. The best way to find your center is just fold your design in half. So you guys can see that here. I'm just lining everything up. So basically from this piece to this piece, I'm lining it up. I'm going to get myself a little crease mark up here, and then we're going to come down. To find that placement, just follow your neck tag, and then you want to come down around 3 fingers, and that's going to be perfect. Now, if you're still struggling, we have lots of different rulers, files that you guys can download, and you can cut them out with your Glowforge Cricut. If you guys have not seen that video, guys, check it out. You guys can cut it out with cardstock and make your own ruler as well. All right, but I do think that I am perfectly straight, so I think we're ready to go with this T-shirt. Look at how cute this is. Now, we're ready to go. We are going to pop this down. I think this is going to cover a majority of it. I might be able to get it in one press. All right, I think I'm actually going to be able to get this in one press. 315 for 30 seconds. So if you guys ever try to figure out with your Cricut Easy Press, you need to kind of push down just a little bit. You need that pressure. If you guys have a heat press, that gives a really good pressure. You need medium to firm pressure, especially when you guys are working with these Cricut Easy Presses. Really give yourself, you don't have to put a ton of body weight, but push down a little bit to where you guys have a little bit of pressure to get it to bond to that T-shirt. So we're going to press it for that full 15 seconds. And then once we're done, according to the Cricut recommendations, we need to flip this over and press it again for 15 seconds. Now, when we go to peel this, if we notice that it's starting to come back up with us, don't try to add more heat. Slow down, let it cool down, and then try to peel. But everything's looking good so far. I'm going to go ahead and nice and slowly start to peel this. How cute is this design? It's adorable. All right, so let me go ahead and smooth this out. Let's flip it over, and we're going to press it again for 15 seconds. Hello, everybody. Give us just a little bit, and then we're going to be able to do a Q&A. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to just wrap this up. We've got 15 seconds on the back of the T-shirt. And what you're going to do is you want to make sure that you're wherever that design is, and then you're going to press it again for 15 seconds. I forgot to hit the timer. This is just really going to it's going to heat up the adhesive from the backside to really help it bond to that t-shirt. So I'm trying to make sure I give it a good pressure to really make sure we've got this final press here. All right. Then I'm going to try to bring it up. So hopefully, I'm hoping you guys are going to be able to see it. Let's just try to see. I'm going to try. Hopefully you guys can see on this. Hopefully you guys can see it. But what you can see through this is, you guys probably can't pick it up, the texture of the t-shirt. So it almost looks like pebbly, like a stone, like how, like if it was just kind of like you had a rock kind of touching it, like pressure. You can almost see that, you could see the texture of the t-shirt on top of this vinyl now. And that's how you know that you guys have a good, a very good connection there. Let's see. Looks so nice. Thank you guys so much. So this is super cute. I love the colors. Now, if you guys were doing like a black t-shirt, you guys could do this in white. You guys could do glitter. This is such a basic design, but you guys could use glitter, your holographics, and all of those things to just spruce it up even further. So you guys let me know down in the comments. Do you guys like this? What do you guys think? Are you going to be making one? Absolutely love Crystal Ann. You are amazing. You are amazing, my friend, too. We love Mr. Crafty Pants. We are definitely diehard fans here at Design Bundles. All right, so let's go ahead and get ready for Q&A. All right, so we are ready for Q&A. I'm a newbie. Sorry if everyone already knows when you purchase SVGs, can you change the color of the design? Yes, you can. So depending on the SVG file, it may come in multiple layers, so you can change individual. Now, if it don't, you could always hit contour and you can actually contour those pieces. So let me just show you really quickly, just for 2 seconds, just to show you about the colors, because it won't take but a second. So let's go ahead and go back over here to Cricut Design Space. Let's go back to our canvas and customize. Okay. So once you, let me drop you guys back down really quick. Okay. So once you guys have your file like this, all you simply have to do is click on it, click edit. And then right here, you see that little black dot. It says basic cut, the black dot, click that black dot. And now we can change the color. So I can click apply. And then now you see it's in pink. So not even just like this, but there would be layers. You would click the layer tab, and if there was multiple layers, you can change those individually as well. So I hope you guys find that helpful. All right, next question. Let's see. Can you use the Smart Iron-On with the Cricut Joy, please? Yes, you can. And they actually have their very own smaller boxes. So Cricut does have Smart Iron-On in these smaller packages, but you can also cut yours down. So you can take a pair of scissors, your paper trimmers, and you can cut that down to size as well. Now, to answer a question further on that, a question we see all of the time is, can you use smart materials on a mat? And yes, say for example, I have that little piece left over. I've already dropped it in the floor. I'd show you. I can actually still load that on the mat and use it as well. That was a very good question. Does the Explorer have Bluetooth? I am also no. Yes, the original Explorer does not. You have to buy the attachment. And then I believe the Cricut Explorer 2, there's another model where, because I think it doesn't have Bluetooth, then it does with the attachment. But the Cricut Explorer, let's see, I'm trying to think. Cricut Explorer, yeah, the Cricut Explorer 2 has the Bluetooth built inside. The Cricut Explorer does have it as well. Do you recommend using some sort of pressing cushion when you use the Cricut press? Yes, whenever you use the Cricut press, you guys can definitely, you can purchase Cricut brand, or you guys can definitely purchase like the pressing pillows. You could definitely DIY your own. If you guys want to see us actually DIY one of these here on the channel, I've done them in the past, let me know. And that is something that we can do if you guys want to, but these are already so affordable and you can usually find them locally. Can you use smart vinyl on the Explorer 2? Yes, you can. So with the smart vinyl, they come 13 inches. Normally with the HTV and things like that, they're actually 12 inches, but you can cut them down. So feel free for, say, for example, I cut it 13 by 6. It's going to hang off the mat a little bit, or I can trim it down to that 12 inches. So you can definitely use it with the Cricut Explorer 2, not by itself, but on the mat, yes. How can I find out when Design Bundles has a live video on the Cameo? I am new and just purchased it. Just definitely stay tuned. I know that we are going to announce it like a few days or a week prior whenever we go live for these. And we're going to say what we're crafting. So it's going to say whether it's the Cameo or the Cricut or what projects we are doing. Should you turn the shirt over for all vinyl or just smart vinyl? Nope, that is all. Cricut does recommend. Now, if you guys are using a big heat press, you definitely don't have to do that. There's enough pressure involved. But whenever it comes to the Cricut Easy Press, which I need to turn off, Cricut does recommend, whether you're using Caesar brand or whatever brand it is, that you flip it over and press again. It's just heating that adhesive from the backside. Let's see, can you use the smart vinyl with the Cricut Explorer 2? Yes. Like I said, you definitely can't use it without, like I just did. The only way that you can use it is on the mat, but yes, you definitely can. Should you pre-wash an item before applying HTV? That is a very good question, or sublimation. Pay attention, usually in the neck tag right here, it will tell you if it has been pre-shrunk. Most of the t-shirts that I use already are pre-shrunk. A lot of them are, but if they're like 100% cotton, definitely pay attention and make sure whether they're pre-shrunk. So if they're pre-shrunk, you definitely don't need to. All right. So I think, let's see. You are so welcome. So that was the very last question. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys found it helpful, and we'll see you guys on the next one.